I give myself exactly 7 days to go from a total Fortnite noob to an absolute sweat. I've literally never played PC shooter games in my life. Okay, maybe a little bit of Free Fire on my phone as a kid, but we don't talk about that. Today I'm diving into Fortnite for the very first time, and I'm forcing myself to learn building, perfect my aim, and win 1v1s. Will I be able to master Fortnite in just 7 days? Let's find out. On the first day, I skipped Battle Royale and jumped straight into a 1v1. Well, technically it's my second 1v1 because the first one I forgot to record. Anyway, you can instantly tell that I'm a noob. I mean, just look at this.
Bruh.
I got absolutely destroyed. Honestly though, my aim wasn't terrible, and I managed to hit him twice. Since I had easy build on, the rest of the game was just me spamming walls everywhere. But yeah, it ended exactly how you expect. No. After getting humbled, I realized my settings were probably the issue. So I did what any noob would do. I searched YouTube for best settings and copied everything. With my new settings locked in, it was time to learn the absolute basics of building. I found a tutorial, hopped into creative mode, and tried my first exercise, the ramp rush.
Ramp rushing.
That's what he said.
When you're ramp rushing, you want to add extra builds to your ramp rush. Add floors underneath your ramps. This makes it harder for the opponent to shoot you out.
When I first tried it, I immediately messed up. Why? Because my ping was so high and my edit key was somehow not existed. So after fixing that, I grinded for about 15 minutes. I actually started seeing some progress and finally understood the mechanics a bit. But eventually, the lag got too annoying. The hyping made smooth building impossible. So I just rage quit and called it a day. That was day 1. Nothing too crazy, I was just trying to understand the mechanics. Day 2 started with some visual feeding on YouTube, then straight back into 1v1s. I was definitely feeling more comfortable with my new settings, but my strategy was to fight high skill players to see how pros think. And spoiler alert, I got absolutely destroyed. After an embarrassing 11-0 loss, I matched with a guy who beat me 30-8. But surprisingly, he was really chill. I told him I only had about an hour of playtime and he actually said I was doing great. I asked for an advice, he said just play more. So I dragged him into my very first Battle Royale game. He completely carried me. I was doing so much mistakes in the game, like forgetting to heal, running out of mats, and I ended up with 0 kills, while he dropped 10, and we won the game. But you know what? I'll take it. He had to leave after that, so I queued up for solo, and well, in my first game... But the next game I actually managed to secure my first solo win. After that, I realized my aim and weapon swapping were still pretty slow. I hopped into an aim trainer map. After a few minutes, things started clicking. You can definitely see the improvement in my aim after a couple minutes. I hit a high score, but no matter how hard I try, I couldn't beat it, so I decided to call it. I got humbled a lot, but day 2 was definitely a massive step up. On day 3, my 6-year-old brother was getting absolutely destroyed in 2v2s, so I had to step in and save the day. And in my first round, I actually clutched a 1v2. I mean, these guys were trying to pickaxe me. You can definitely see my reaction time and aim improving, mostly. We don't talk about the easy shots I missed, but the craziest part is, my little brother actually clutched a round against 2 grown men by himself. I was speechless. Next round, I had a super quick shot, but then instantly messed up and died. And the round after that, just watch the clip. We lost that match 2-10. Next match, we faced 1 sweat and 1 complete beginner. At one point, I knocked the guy, placed a wall, and edited really fast. Except, I completely forgot to pull out my shotgun and died. My brain literally edited faster than my muscle memory could handle, and my brain just crashed mid-fight. But my brother went absolutely goblin mode, and we destroyed them 10-2. In my last game, I faced a much stronger duo. We lost the first 3 rounds. I jump scared this guy and hit him 153 damage. And he just stood there and accepted his fate. His teammate sneaked up on me and killed me after that. But then the first guy quit the game for some reason, leaving his partner in a 1v2 situation. And we absolutely demolished him.
Holy shit.
I wanted to review my gameplay and analyze my mistakes, but that's when I realized the terrible, heartbreaking truth. OBS hadn't been recording my game audio for the entire 3 days, so yeah. That's why you guys haven't heard a single gunshot so far. My fault, guys. Finished day 3, I hopped into an aim training map. Code's on the screen if you want to try it. I ran it for half an hour. Saw some solid progress. And call it a day. On day 4 is where the fun ends. And you're about to see why. I jumped into creative to officially learn how to do 90s. I realized that I was kinda doing them on my first 2 days without knowing, but I wanted to do it legit. I tried following a tutorial, but I kept messing up by placing floors over my head. To make things worse, my ping spiked to 150, which made practicing incredibly frustrating. So I had to take a break. After an hour, I came back to practice single edits. Then I made a huge decision. I changed my edit key to F and my wall to E. Resetting my muscle memory was painful, but I was slowly getting comfortable. However, editing was a nightmare. I was manually pressing edit, select, and confirm every single time, trying to be as fast as possible but failing miserably. Spoiler alert, I had no idea auto-confirm edits was a setting, but we'll get to that later. Next, I tried learning piece control. I honestly had zero rhythm. I didn't know if I should place walls around me and then cones on the floor and cones above me. I didn't have that rhythm. I was just panic building, completely clueless about how to actually box an enemy. So I took a step back, watched my favorite YouTubers, took some notes, and changed my sensitivity a little. Sensitivity. And changed my sensitivity. And I changed my sensitivity a little, but the lag came back worse than before. My game started bugging out, my character refused to pull out a weapon, and it was just unplayable. I tried playing some 2v2s to end the day, but the ping was so unstable I couldn't do anything. Day 4 was just some bad lag, zero consistency, and the pain of building new keybinds muscle memory. For day 5, this is where things take a massive turn to the worst. I started the day with a rank reload match, but my ping was absolutely terrible. The local internet company had just come to fix our dish, which basically meant making my connection 10 times worse. The game was literally unplayable. A few hours later, the Wi-Fi finally stabilized, and I decided to do something incredibly stupid. I didn't really like my old setting, so I moved my pickaxe to T, stairs and floors to my mouse buttons, cones to E, and walls to Q. Huge mistake. Rebuilding my muscle memory was going to take me another 10 hours, and I only had 2 days left to become a sweat. I jumped into piece control practice. I was painfully slow. I felt brave enough for 2v2s. I was slowly getting the hang of the new binds. I even hit a beautiful headshot and died immediately. But I was finally forcing myself to use cones. In one round, my teammate went down and I actually clutched 1v2. We lost the overall match, but I was proud. Next game, my teammate rage quit after 1 death, leaving me in a 1v2. One opponent was clearly new, but the other guy, Ben 10, was kind of sweating. Honestly, it felt more like a 1v1, and I got comfortable enough to win 2 rounds completely solo. I even clutched round 8 with a clean headshot and won the round. But I got clapped for the rest of the match. But my aim, reaction time, and editing was undeniably improving. The match after that was kind of interesting. I was doing pretty good actually, and I did some cool stuff. And here's how it went. And we actually got the win. But then I f***ed up. I changed my keybinds again. The moment I did, I knew I messed up. I couldn't even do basic ramp rushing. The reason why I survived in box fighting was I was just spamming walls and cones everywhere. My muscle memory was completely wiped. And to make things worse, the high ping returned. Though I did have one funny moment. A toxic kid pickaxed me in practice, so I made sure to teach him a lesson. I ended the day in 1v1s, completely disappointed. My building felt like I was back on day 2. My aim was okay, I was more accurate, but I was getting absolutely destroyed. With only 2 days left, I felt like I had ruined my own progress, so I called it for day 5. For day 6, I had to lock the frick in. I was watching YouTube the other day and noticed that pros make tons of boxes while building, so I hopped into a free building map to start training. I was lagging a bit, but honestly the ping was actually pretty stable for once. I turned on confirm edit on release, and let me tell you, editing felt way smoother and faster. After practicing free building, piece control, and making boxes for a while, I did not stop there. I went back to YouTube to study the absolute best, Peterbot. I wanted to copy him, take some notes, and see exactly how he edits and fights. I literally had to put his video on 0.25 speed because this guy is just too freaking fast. I tried to copy his moves, but between my high ping and my slow fingers, I failed over and over. There was a specific reason I was so slow, but you will know why in a second. I went back to practicing boxes and tried diving into piece control, but the tutorials were just too fast for me. I needed to speed up my edits first. Practicing single edits was pure pain. The worst part that I kept pre-editing the floor, which was incredibly frustrating. But then I realized you could actually disable this setting. I really wanted to do triple edits because I saw pros doing it and I still want to do it. So I jumped into an edit map, and guys, within the first 2 minutes, I started seeing improvements immediately. I was even running while editing walls, and thankfully, my ping stayed stable. And because of that, I trained and trained, especially triple edits. But I still couldn't perfectly nail the triple edits or the timing yet, but I was getting better, and that's what matters. But then I realized something huge. While watching all these pros build smoothly and really fast, I found out they were all using turbo build. This setting lets you build instantly just by holding down your mouse button. And me? I wasn't using it at all. To be honest, I had seen this setting before, but I thought it was just some noob assist thing similar to simple edit and simple building. It turns out that's literally how you're supposed to play Fortnite. It felt like I had been playing this game on hardcore mode this whole time, painfully clicking builds one by one on a 200 ping. That's why I was so slow. Once I turned turbo build on, I made a box almost instantly, and building was infinitely faster. But I wasn't used to it at all, because I hopped into a 1v1 and things were not looking good at all. I was struggling so hard. I felt like I had just downloaded Fortnite a second ago. Every time I fought someone, I was getting absolutely clapped, and sometimes even pickaxed. But like every minute passed, I started getting the hang of it, and getting used to it was just about time. I ended day 6 by grinding a bunch of ranked matches just to have some fun, but I won't bore you guys with all that footage. And that's how day 6 went. Before we jump into day 7 finale, I just want to let you know guys that I've been playing this whole time on a $5 office keyboard and a $10 mouse. Do I think a god tier setup automatically gives you skills? No, but did I want to let you know guys that I was struggling on an office gear? Absolutely. For the final day, I put my 100 plus ping to the ultimate test. 1v1 build fights, rank reload, and box fights. To see how much we actually improve. After a solid 1 hour warm up, training my aim, edits, and free building, it was time for the real action. I jumped into a 1v1 and ran straight into a guy with over 600 hours of playtime. Now he obviously destroyed me 22 times, but I got 7 kills on him. My building wasn't crazy, but I actually started to understand how to fight, and I was timing my edits and tracking him way better. Sure, I panicked a little and spammed builds, and I kept accidentally placing stairs above my own head while doing 90s. Taking 7 rounds felt like a massive win. Now my goal was to win a single ranked reload match. And why reload? Well, because I knew I was gonna die a lot. Oh, bro. I have a quick confession, guys. I played for extra 2 days just to have some fun, and I wasn't really training or taking it seriously. I was just playing with my friends, so we're not gonna count that. In my first match, my duo leaves immediately. Awesome. The next few matches were just me dying in the most embarrassing ways possible. While my random teammates camped in bushes. And because of the good teammates Fortnite were giving me, I decided to switch to solo, and things finally started clicking. In my first solo match, I dropped near Paradise Palms, found a shotgun, and got a clean kill. Then immediately got another one. My confidence went through the roof and got immediately. Because I missed every shot. Yeah, I suck, but I got the kill. That's good, right? I managed to drop 9 kills, and I was this close to winning this whole game until the last guy decided to erase me from the face of the earth with an RPG. Like, couldn't you find literally any other weapon? I played a bunch more matches, but I just couldn't secure the win. So I moved to the final boss, box fights. I needed to shine. I needed at least one win to end this video. In my first round, I was so confused, and the guy actually was kinda good. He beat me 10-2, but I was learning fast. I even stole his wall, edited, and hit a dirty one bomb. We decided to run it back, and I started clapping him so hard. He had to play it super carefully. I was so close to win this match. But can someone explain Fortnite math to me? How do I hit this guy for 150, then 50, and he doesn't die? Like, are we serious? But yeah, I lost. For my final 1v1, I had to lock in. I had to win this to end the journey right. I needed to shine. I won, and I hit the victory dance to end the day. That was the 7-day journey. Looking back at day 1 to day 3 versus day 7, the progress is actually pretty solid. Could I have done way better with 0 ping? Probably. But I enjoyed every single minute of the grind. Thanks for watching this journey, guys. This video took way too long to make, so I'd really appreciate it if you drop a like and consider subscribing. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.